All right, so Cassie is reading a book right now, and there is a question that she has while she's reading the book that could be very defining as you answer it.
Yeah, so it's a book called The Downloaded, and it's one of the Audible originals. I don't have a lot of time to read, but as Abby says, reading is making a comeback.
Is there fairy porn in it? Otherwise, I'm not into it.
There isn't in this one, actually. It's
What?
It's sci-fi-ish. These ones are so cool, though, because they sound like movies. They have, like, sound effects and stuff, and so it sounds like they're in a cafe. Wherever they are, there's background, so it really sounds like you're listening to a movie, because normally I'm not a huge fan of regular audiobooks. But so in this scenario, a guy he commits murder, okay, of a childhood bully who's bullied him his whole life and comes back. It's played by Brendan Fraser. Fraser is the voice actor. And he murders this childhood bully as an adult who's still bullying him and trolling him, and he gets sentenced to prison. Now, he has an 8-year-old daughter, okay? And they come to him. This is set in the future, so they come to him with an offer. And I want to know what you guys would do in this scenario before I tell you what he does. But they say, you have been sentenced to 50 years for your murder. And he's for this murder. And it was a crime of passion. And he's like, I have an 8-year-old daughter. I'm not going to see her again until maybe she's a grandmother. You know, I don't want to miss out her whole life, but it is what it is. And they say, here's the thing. We will let you serve your sentence in an AI prison. We are going to upload your consciousness into a computer, right? And it will feel like 50 years for you. You'll serve a 50-year prison sentence. But on the outside world, it's only 10 months. All right? So you're going to get to see your daughter in real life in 10 months. Only 10 months of her life will pass. But for you, it's going to feel like 50 years has passed. But here's the deal. You have to relive your crime in detail from every single angle, every single week. And you are not, because it's exposure therapy, like that's their thing is, we're going to expose you to it over and over again in every single angle for 50 years so that you will never want to do it again. You're also not allowed any contact with the outside world. All you get is a 30-minute video of your daughter every 6 months to watch. That's it. Would you take that deal, yes or no?
Why don't you just read some books like Willy Wonka?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is my fave.
That one's twisted, too, if you really think about it.
It's the gateway to fairy porn.
So he doesn't get to see or touch or feel his daughter. He's only getting a video every 6 months. And then every week he has to relive the murder. And it's going to, I'm just going to serve my sentence.
But he gets to see his daughter before she turns 9.
And how long is the sentence for?
50 years.
50 years.
Wow. So if you just served the sentence and when you come out, your daughter's 50 years will have gone by in her life.
Yeah, she'll be 58. But if you do this special consciousness AI prison, only 10 months of her life has passed.
I'm doing the 10 months.
I'm doing it too.
Her whole
So wait,
that's
he's
her whole
out
life.
in 10 months and he's with his daughter again.
In the real world, but it will feel like him mentally, it will feel like 50 years. So he will still, in essence, serve his entire sentence. But he's going to have a few other prisoners in there with him, but they're all fake AI. So he'll be able to have interaction. So there are not going to be gang fights or anything like that in prison. No outdoor time, but you still have several rooms. You have your cell, you have the cafeteria, that sort of thing. And you can also replay the video as much as you want.
Watching the crime every day, that's brutal. But if it means the difference between actually being in my daughter's life or not, I'd do it. I'd sacrifice that.
It's a no-brainer. You can't go 50 years without seeing how experiencing your daughter's experiences through that half century. No way.
So for 10 months, I'm so confused.
Okay, so your brain, your consciousness gets uploaded to a computer.
I get that.
In the computer, it feels like 50 years.
Yes, I get that. I'm saying for 10 months, where is this video of your daughter coming in?
They spend a couple hours with her, recording her one day.
And you only do that for 10 months?
No, you get every 6 months, you get a 30-minute video of her.
But if you're getting out in 10 months, why do you need a 6 months?
6 months to you. Not on the outside world. So, like if it were Jimmy, they'd spend a day filming Jimmy, playing, doing different things, activities, and then they chop it up. And every 6 months for you, you get a 30-minute video. But for Jimmy, it's like a day.
Kristen is looking at you, I'm pretty sure the same way she did the SAT math question, where you just couldn't figure out exactly what they were saying in this math question to figure it out?
Oddly, I did really well on my SATs and my ACT. I'm going to blame this one on Jimmy waking me up an hour and a half before my alarm went off this morning. I'm just having a really hard time like comprehending where we are, what we're doing, and who I'm seeing, and if I'm real or not.
Well, this break has gone on for 50 years. It feels like just a couple of minutes,
I
but
thought it was
it's really been 50 years.
The Bert Show.